chew on that, please.
Hey guys, welcome back to Spooky Bricks. So we are bringing more Lego MOCs up to Salem. And that's my cat, and she insists on chewing on this tape because she's a bad girl. So I'm bringing some MOCs you have seen before. Kiki, you gotta stop. You gotta stop that. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to Spooky Bricks. So I apologize for the long delay since my last video. I've been busy with a lot of things, most of which is what you see in front of you, but there are some other things as well that I'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, my last video did really well, and I want to thank you for that. It's by far my highest viewed video, and I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers too. So if you saw my Salem video from last year, I packed up a bunch of Lego MOCs and I brought them to Salem, and we set up this whole display over on Essex Street in Salem, hosted by the Peabody Essex Museum. And today we're going to be doing something similar. We're going to be packing up and delivering more Salem Lego MOCs. So I have some old MOCs and some newer MOCs. I have the Witch House that you've seen before. I have the 2 Pioneer Village MOCs. I have the Joshua Ward House. And I have a little witch coven scene. I'm not totally sure where I'm gonna put that yet, but I'll find a home for it. And I have 2 new Salem Lego MOCs. I have the Pierce Nichols house, although that says Nichols, I forgot the L, and the Andrew Safford house. Now these buildings are part of the Peabody Essex Museum's collection of historic houses. They commissioned me to make these. If you've seen my Instagram or if you've seen some of my shorts here on YouTube, you got a little bit of a preview of these houses, but eventually I will make more longer form YouTube videos about these 2 MOCs where I go in much more detail. So the Peabody Essex Museum has a little pop-up shop near the entrance that they change out the theming every now and then. For example, recently it's been the Ghost Box, where the theming was like Victorian spirituality and mysticism and magicians and that type of thing. And before that, I believe it was called the Bat Box, where it was themed for a bat exhibit the museum was hosting. But this year, this summer, it's going to be the Brick Box. And the museum's actually partnering with Lego. So they're going to be selling some Lego sets in the shop. They're going to be selling some other Lego souvenirs and merchandise. And then, of course, they're going to be selling, regular Salem spooky souvenir type stuff. But more importantly, for the purposes of this video, they're going to be displaying all of these Salem Lego MOCs that you're seeing here. I hope this Salem Lego thing keeps growing and growing, and every year we do something bigger and bigger. I'm very excited to see where it goes. Now, if you saw my video last year, I was able to get all of my MOCs in one SUV and drive them up to Salem. But as you can probably tell, this is not going to fit in an SUV. I just have more boxes, I have more bigger boxes, and I'm going to need to rent a U-Haul truck, which I'm not thrilled about. I'm not thrilled about having to drive a big clunky U-Haul truck all the way up to Salem. It's going to be a long, slow drive, and it's already a long, slow drive up to Salem as is, but that's where I'm going to go to now. I'm going to go to the U-Haul place, I'm going to get my truck, then I'm going to come back here, we're going to pack everything up, and we're going to head to Salem, and you're going to come with me. So we are headed to Salem in a big U-Haul truck. Wish me luck. So the suspension on this thing kind of sucks. I can only imagine what's happening back there. Actually, I don't want to imagine. Every single bump I hit, I'm just thinking, that's something I gotta fix. That's something I gotta fix. That's something I gotta fix. But we'll see. Hurry up, I got Lego MOCs to deliver.
I have very important cargo.
All right, so I have made it to Salem, and we're not setting up the display until tomorrow, but tonight I want to go through these boxes because I'm not sure how everything made it. Like I said, it was a pretty bumpy ride, so if anything needs fixing or repairing, I want to handle that tonight. That way tomorrow we can just focus on setup and we don't have to stand around and wait for me to fix things. So hopefully everything made it okay. If not, I have a long night, but we'll see. Wish me luck. All right, so here is the moment of truth. I have a ton of tape on here. All right. Hold your breath. Oh, that looks fine. I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting the worst possible outcome there is. Hold on. Oh. I literally don't see anything wrong with this one. I mean, I'll give it a more thorough check over, but it actually looks totally fine. That is a very pleasant surprise. So, okay. Hopefully the other ones are just as good as this one, but yeah, that is a big relief. Good news, very good news. Just checking out the back, see what we got here. Oh. This thing here, this is a little disheveled. That's not a big deal though. Other than that, there's really not much going on. This thing fell off, but again, not a big deal. Yeah, looks pretty good. Surprisingly, that's a big relief. So I just got done going through everything, and everything is pretty much okay. There were a couple of things here and there that needed some repairs and fixing, but generally everything survived the trip pretty good. So I'm very happy about that. And we're all good for tomorrow. So I'll see you then. So originally we had the Pioneer Village MOCs with the Witch House MOC, but ultimately we decided it was just too cramped, so instead we just paired the Witch House MOC with the Witch Coven scene that I mentioned earlier, as that seemed fitting. So at this point the electrical wasn't quite finished yet, there still needed to be some wiring done, so the houses aren't lit up yet, but they will be lit up before the final opening. Also, the houses are going to be covered in plexiglass cases to prevent people from poking at them or anything. You can see them here in the background covered in the blue film. And just a sneak peek with some other things you'll find in the brick box. Got some spooky mugs. And over here is where the Lego sets are going to be, but they're not in yet, obviously, but there are some appropriate skull spooky buckets. And now that we are all done setting up the new display, I'm gonna stop over at the original display from last year and add a couple little fun details. So now that that is all done, let's go explore Salem. All right, so that is it for Salem. I'm gonna be heading home soon in an actual car, not a big clunky slow U-Haul truck, so that's good. But if you're gonna be in or around Salem anytime soon, make sure to check out the new Lego box storefront hosted by the Peabody Essex Museum. I believe it opens on August 1st, and I think it runs through the rest of the year, although don't quote me on that. But also check out my original display over on Essex Street. It's still there. But until then, stay tuned for more spooky builds.